Appreciate everybody being here. You know, we're in the midst of fall break, and so it's a little bit of a ghost town up here. But you know, at the risk of sounding redundant or repeat what I said last week, like super proud of our group. If you guys haven't noticed yet, there's no quit in this group. They're extremely resilient. They're extremely dedicated to our cause. They're extremely focused on trying to make us better and moving the program forward, and I think they're doing that. You know, these games have been close. You know, in every game but one this year, we've had an opportunity. To either win the game or put ourselves in position to go into extra time. And so, yeah, I know everybody's wondering, like, well, you know, I am frustrated, you know, but I would tell you that working with these young men every day keep me going. It's very easy to stay committed to the cause and committed to what we're doing because I see what these guys are doing day in and day out. You know, I'm not Nick Saban, but I've fully bought into it's a process. And the process doesn't guarantee you a win. The process gives you an opportunity to be in the ball game. And so with that, I again, extremely proud, but you know, are we perfect? Absolutely not. We got to get some things cleaned up. I think we need to find our high gear quicker because I think when we're clicking on all cylinders, offense, defense, and special teams, we're a pretty dang good football team. And so we just got to find that a little bit sooner. From a health status, we're doing really well. You saw Colton Bass come back. It was really good to get him. You know, is he 100%? Nope. But he's a senior, and he's fighting his tail off to be on the field and contribute. Nathan Glades went down, I don't know, fourth quarter on their sideline, looked a little dinged up. He's perfectly fine. Again, you're talking about a guy that's played a lot of football, so he never feels good on Mondays just because of the way he plays the game. Had a little bit of dehydration, but he's fine, and we expect him to be 100%. Other than that, we came out fairly healthy.
Coach, when we talk about our record, it's not where we want it to be, and you talk a little bit dig into what the casual fan doesn't see about the difference between this team and last year's team, because I think it's important.
I think you know, last year again, there are a lot of quality people on last year's team, and I don't want this to seem like a shot at those guys. And I mean, one of these guys was here last year, but I think last year, had we gone down in that fashion to Emporia in the first half, that thing would have got out of hand. It would have got out of hand, and the game probably would have been over. But you're looking at a group that, when they go into the locker room, they're all like sitting at attention, waiting for the adjustments from their coaches. They're waiting on, hey, what are we going to do to counter this or counter that? And so this is a group that never feels like they're out of it, which is why they continue to train so hard, because they know we got another good football team coming to town on Saturday, and so they're going to get prepared to win that game just like they've gotten prepared all season long.
We do have Kearney coming to town this week. What are we expecting to see from them? You know, is this going to be another offense that we've seen something similar to already in the season that we're going to be more comfortable seeing the second time through? What are we expecting to see?
Yeah, there's some similarities. They'll have a tight end attached to the box a little bit more than what we saw last week. Probably the thing that makes them a little unique, they've got two big 6'2", 6'3" guys that can really run, and so they take a couple calculated shots, or they just kind of throw it up there and let those guys go get it. Defensively, they're another big front. I mean, this is a big physical front, probably one of the better D-lines we've seen, and that's saying something because we've seen some really good D-lines, and so they'll have a good defense and a good run game, and then they'll take some calculated shots down the field.
Looking ahead to the Lopers, you were talking about their D-line. They're #1 in the league in both sacks and interceptions, 20 and 10. What do you do to mitigate that and protect Tillman here?
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. You gotta do some things to get the ball out quick, and that's a holistic deal. That's not just on Tillman. That's not just on the O-line. That's not just on the play caller. That's on everybody. we've got to go through our reads quickly. But at the same time, we can't sit there and call, 60 dropbacks and expect him to not get hurried. And so we just, it's a little bit of everything. It's the play calling, it's the players, and that execution of the play calls.
One question my sports team sent me to ask is, is you guys, Tillman threw the ball just over 50 times on Saturday. What does that say about the trust you have in him and what he can do on the field?
Yeah, I think, and Tillman will be up here in a minute for his first press conference. It's a big day. This is huge. I think Tillman would tell you this, is that every player is ready to answer the bell whenever it's called, whenever they're called on. And so if that's for him to throw the ball 55, 60 times, I think he's ready to do it. Like, that's a little bit of a quarterback's dream, to just go out there and sling it like a gunslinger. No different than if we ask Nathan Blaze to carry the ball 40 times. I promise you he'll do it. And so I think every player in their own right and situation gleam at the opportunity to be the guy that the team's dependent on, and so I think they're excited for it.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Who wants to go?
How you guys doing? I'm Malo Mata'u. I'm from American Samoa, and I major in criminal justice.
Talk about your room and the group of guys that you spend most of your time with. What's it like in that room, and what's the expectation from each other?
Well, I play D-line, and I would probably say that we're more closer together than we've ever been. So I feel like and also we're pretty much in debt. So, we have anybody that could step up to the plate and get the job done. And that says a lot about us. We also do a lot of team gatherings outside of football. So they're more than just my teammates, they're actually my brothers.
8 guys that rotate on that defensive line that can come in at any time in any combination. That's got to be exciting, and it's got to be a lot of fun, and not having that drop off from group 1 to group 2 has got to be huge.
Yeah, I personally feel like it's helped us massively. Just have the breaks too in between the series and everything, to have somebody just it wouldn't be a big drop like how you would say, everybody's at the same level, how we need to get the job done and how we execute it properly.
How's the transition been from America Samoa to Joplin? I know there's a big Islander community here in Joplin, in the Osho and this part. How's that been for you?
It's different. Yeah, it's definitely something. Being 6,000 miles away from home, it's a no-brainer that it's definitely tough on us, how we get homesick and everything. But especially being in this football program, having us go through the highs and lows, it really brings us together. I'm basically home away from home.
Malo, I wanted to talk to you about, Coach said a little bit about the frustration of that carrot right in front of you.
Yeah.
A couple almost comeback games.
Yeah.
I know there's frustration, but are you able to pull any motivation out of that?
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a process, and how we usually see it, we're very close. And once we get into that breakthrough, I don't know how anybody's going to stop us, honestly.
Nebraska-Kearney's offense really is known for running the ball about 200 yards per game. What's kind of the key to stopping them at the line of scrimmage so they're not able to use that?
It's basically inside drill all Saturday. So it'll be just to get knocked back and play off of the double team, just to read our keys and to get the job done, to help the backers with us too. Because we have great leaders in the backfield too as well. So if we help them out, they'll get the job done just like how we will.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tillman Martin from Kansas City. I play quarterback, and my major is kinesiology.
So what was it like as a freshman walking into the huddle in that first start, having all 10 guys look back at you to be their leader, was that intimidating? Was it exhilarating? Was it something you dreamed about for however long? I mean, I'm sure it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like an honor. Well, since I got here in the spring, it's just been a really supportive staff, supportive teammates that just made me feel welcome, and they made it really easy to adapt to the college atmosphere.
Talk about your room, that quarterback room. You guys, tough competition all spring, all summer. Thursday morning before the first start on Saturday, you're named the starter. Talk about how the camaraderie is when there's only one guy who gets to be the quarterback.
Yeah, see, that's the tough thing is, like, you think there would be tension, like, in the groups with only there being one quarterback that can play, but we're all so tight. Like, I love those guys. Everything we do is a competition. Like, we'll be like at the calf, whoever gets done eating first. Like, just everything we do is a competition with those guys, and we hang out a lot outside of football, and yeah, those are my guys.
Mike there had asked about, Bobby, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Bobby asked about, that first game. I'm interested to know in your comfort level. I mean, can you take yourself back to that first game to now and compare that? And has it improved? Has it gotten worse? And if so, what got you to that point?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I know what I can do, and I believe in myself and trust in my team. So, I mean, I've been comfortable from the start of the season to where we are now. We just need to improve, and I feel like what's been killing us right now is turnovers, and that starts with me. I need to take care of the ball more, and we've been losing by one possession games, and you just kind of wonder, like, if we don't give them those extra possessions, like, what could have happened?
Okay, how can you help improve the run game?
Carry out my fakes better. I've been kind of slacking on that. Coach Myers bashed on me the other day for that, so I definitely need to do that. Just kind of, because whenever you play fake, like, you just hold those defenders, just make them think you're a threat in the run game. I need to tuck the ball way better. I kind of run with it all over the place, but whenever they need me to do what I need to do on the run game, then I'll get it done.
You talked about quarterback, room. How's the chemistry and the camaraderie with just like offense as a whole, with like running backs and receivers like Draper, Parker, Glades, and how's that kind of helped, to the successes in like getting touchdowns and just doing well offensively so far?
Yeah, and I feel like that all begins back in the off season, like with us just getting together and going out on the field, just throwing routes, and then outside of football, like we're all just hanging out, we go and do stuff together, and yeah, it just shows out on the field whenever we get out there and we just have that chemistry and that trust in each other.
Perfect. You've won MIAA Offensive Player of the Week, and you've had some big performances. Winning that award and having some of those big successes on the field, has that helped motivate you so far this season?
I mean, statistics is a team thing. I believe that football, like, with every statistic you get, like, you can't do it by yourself. Like, yeah, I get the stats for throwing the ball, but the receivers have to go out there and make the play and catch it, and then the O-line has to block for me to be able to have time to throw the ball. So I feel like that's a team award.